Hey everyone, it's Crystal with Vintage Booth Pro. I have my December sales report for my vintage booth, and I am sharing you all the details about the good, bad, and ugly of what my sales were for December. So hang tight. Welcome to my channel. It is all about vintage booths and helping you increase your sales through just knowledge that I've gained in my couple of years of having a vintage booth and my 20 plus years of digital marketing experience. One thing I do is very transparent about what I sell in my booth, what my cost of goods are, and what I make. Now, I have a goal of making $1,000 profit in my pocket every month. And I'm working up to that. I'm just not there yet. I think this year may be different because starting in February, I am moving to a bigger booth and I just have a lot more room to sell things. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm ready for February to get here. And one more thing, if these sales updates are helpful to you, one thing I do in my private group, which is $5 a month, over on Facebook, I post daily sales updates of what sold for the day, and other group members do too. So it's great to get knowledge of, what's trending, what's selling for people, and just help you learn to source better. So let's get into the details of what's sold. So in December, I decided to have some sales. I was actually going to start with one because I kind of missed the big Black Friday sales shopping weekend, and I was out of town and just kind of forgot about it. So I really wanted to do a big push in December, and I wanted to move as much inventory as I possibly could because I wanted to do a total reset in January, which I did, and it's so much work, but I'd really like to do that monthly moving forward. But for December, I started halfway through the month doing a 30% off sale. The second to last week, to the last week of the month, I did 40% off. And then the last week of the month, it was 50% off. So all in all, I sold 111 items, which is really 111 line items, which means there might be multiple pieces sold. But basically 111 items sold, and that's a total revenue of $873.90. And that's commissions. The store takes 10% commission for $87.39. We pay a credit card fee, so whenever a buyer pays with credit card, it's up to the vendor to pay that fee. So that is $24.55 for a total amount of $76.96. And my rent for my 6x12 is $216. And the rent for my 4x12 is $144. And so after all that, I did receive a check for $401, which I'm very happy about. Not where I wanted to be, but I did move a lot of inventory. So that made me very happy that I didn't have to clean up as much Christmas. I put way too much Christmas in my booth. How about you? It's my favorite, so of course I'm going to do that. So I will tell you 77% of the items I sold were under $10. 15% of the items I sold were from $10 to $20. And 6% the items were from $20 to $50, and only one item sold over $50. So that is the biggest chunk, obviously under $10, and that is a reflection of my sales, the sales that I had. Before I get into individual items that I sold, I want to share the smalls that I sold. So as you all know, every vintage booth owner knows that smalls make rent. And smalls can really make you a lot of money. So I have stickers. I have this little display of stickers in my booth. I sold $29 worth of stickers. Those things have been paid for so long ago. I shouldn't even include that in the cost of goods anymore. This month I did add jewelry. I finally went through some jewelry that I purchased online. I'll include a video if you want to see the unboxing and how I tagged all that. I sold $73.10 of jewelry. So that's pretty epic, and I don't even have all the jewelry out in my booth. So I still have boxes of stuff that I can bring in. I have gone to Goodwill and gotten those big things of ornaments, that are like $5 or $6, and just put them out from anywhere from $2 to $10. So I'll probably do that again next year, next Christmas season. I sold $29.80 of ornaments in December. So that was pretty pleased with that. Gibbets, these, I think I'm running low on them, honestly. And I sold $5.30. And Gibbets are, it's the off-brand. There's something you can buy on Amazon. I'll link everything in the description below of stuff that I've purchased. They go in your Crocs. So kids love them. Teenagers love them. I've seen adults wear them and love them. Anything that you could, they're little things that you can decorate your Crocs with. I found this one bag of patches at a local Amazon return store. And so it's one of those stores that on Saturday it's $7, Sunday everything's $5, and on Monday everything's $2. And I think I found these on a Monday, just a big packet, maybe 12 happy face stickers. And I sold, or they're not stickers, I'm sorry, they're patches, $4.50 worth of patches. And cars, so I found just a big, huge lot of old Matchbox cars. They're nothing valuable, so I put $2 each on them. And I sold $4.80 worth of those, and that the sales are reflected in that price. And another thing I added, one thing we've been talking about in our group, and several of us are crafters, so we have a craft stash, and is it doing you any good being hidden in your craft room, or would you consider putting some of your crafts out in your booth to sell? Some stuff that you may have, stockpiled on that you don't need anymore. One thing that I had a ton of were drawer pulls, and I find these at Hobby Lobby on major clearance, so for like, $1 or less, and I sold $10 worth of drawer pulls. So just kind of random there, a little addition, but it's actually a good resource for people that redo furniture, because those pulls are not easy to find. I mean, if you want to order on Etsy or whatever, it just takes a while to get them. So if you want them immediately, it's nice to have them there. So all those smalls added up to $156.50. So it didn't make rent, but really contributed to the bottom line. So let's get into the individual items that I sold. I'm going to start with the smallest and go to the biggest. So one was a set of vintage placemats. Someone purchased them for 50% off for $250. I have had these in my booth last year on eBay all year long and finally sold. And so that's what I'm doing now, or I've already done this, but anything I took out of my booth for Christmas, I either donated it if it, just didn't have a good feeling about it, or if it's already been on eBay forever. And if not, I went ahead and put it on eBay. And I've sold probably 1 or 2 items per week for Christmas because it just sells year round. The next thing is a book someone purchased for $3. Okay, so this is just funny. So I do update my group every day with what sold, but sometimes I just do a big screenshot of what I sold. And so it's funny, Christmas is so busy, I kind of forgot how it sold. So this has been really helpful. Like, oh yeah, that's where that went. And this is really good because I thought I had 2 Spode glasses left, and I see here one sold for $3, and I'm like, that's why there's only one. I thought someone had, picked one up and put it somewhere else in the store. Anyways, mini tea set I had purchased my daughter and I a long time ago at an antique store for her to play with. It sold for $3. She doesn't play with it anymore. This train tin, I think I got for $1 or less at Goodwill, sold for $3. This wooden rack, somebody picked it up for half off for $3. Netted bag. So this is another thing that I purchased at that Amazon bin store. I forget how many bags, but one sold for $3.50. And those always sell so fast whenever I find those netted bags. People use them at the grocery store or whatever. An angel sold for $4. This lemon candle, I had it in another video where I found it at a Goodwill in Tuscaloosa. That sold for $4. This gold cloche sold for $4.80, and that was one that I just kind of painted, upcycled, and has been in my booth forever. This bird cage sold for $5, and that's one that I just had in my personal collection. Cutting board, this one that I upcycled, sold for $5. I think I probably actually lost money on it, but it's still a good feeling when something you make sells. A scarf sold, actually 2 scarves sold for $5. So I had them at $5 each and someone got them on sale. Okay, 2 Spode glasses sold for $5. Someone got a really good deal there. This vintage wrapping paper that I found in Goodwill for $1 sold for $5. And yeah, that was kind of fun. I did not remember that sold. An Angel had it marked for $8. It sold for $5.60. This small white star, I've had that in my booth since 4th of July and I just kind of left it in there. Sold for $5.60. A cookbook for $6. This garland, very sweet viewer recommended that I add a garland to my jewelry display on that black shelf. And so I found this perfect garland at Goodwill for, $1 or $1 and change. And wouldn't you know it, someone who bought it for $6 because I don't like having anything in the booth that can't be purchased. So I thought that was kind of funny. So thank you for the suggestion. This pineapple trivet. I think it's this brass one, sold for $6 at half off. This shepherd pig, super cute, sold for half off for $6. And I found it at Goodwill for $2. This sled that I upcycled sold for $6. And I did a little happy dance when I noticed that was gone. A tree sold for $6.30. More bags, those netted bags, sold for $7. These bookends sold half off for $7. Someone got a really good deal on that too. And next time, if I do that 50% off sale again, I might take some things out before I get the sale going. These reindeer candle holders that I got for free sold for $7.20, and these wooden birds for $7.20. They were a set, but someone only brought one. Another cookbook sold for $7.50. This clown bank, vintage glass bank, found at Goodwill for maybe $1. Sold for $8.40. This Falcons hat. So Goodwill always has hats for $1.99 or $2.99. Hats sell faster in my booth than they do online for me. So that's a fun thing that I like to just include. Okay, if I find a good one, especially local, like this was a really nice Falcons hat. Sold for $9. This arch mirror I picked up for $4 at a yard sale, sold for $10. Someone purchased it for half off. A pewter pitcher, like you've probably seen the video of my unboxing of pewter. I have a ton, so this one went for $10. I was kind of happy to see that one go. This little turtle and bunny has been in my booth. I don't even know how long, sold for $10. They were $10 each and then half off. This cute little candy cane tray, it was $3 and totally wonky at Goodwill, so I fixed it up and someone bought it for $10.50. Got a good deal on it. This disco ball, so do you have stores near you called Bargain Hunt? It is directly beside our store in our antique mall. So I'll run in there sometimes just to see. And they have bins that you have to dig through and everything's $7. So I picked up this disco ball for $7 and it sold for $10.50. This platter purchased for $5 and it sold for $10.50 on my sale. Snow globe purchased for around $2 at Goodwill and sold for $11.20. And yeah, snow globes, I was kind of testing to see if those sold, and I sold 2 of them. So do they sell for you? These were really nice. I didn't know the brand, but they were in good condition. Beautiful angels or Christmas scenes. So I think it was just good time for those to sell. This basket, this unique basket, purchased for $3, sold for $12. This little wooden church purchased for $3, sold for $12. Another set of glasses sold for $12. This wreath sold for $12. This black and gold mirror was one that I sort of upcycled, purchased for around $3 at a yard sale, and I don't remember if it was black before, but I did add gold rub and buff, which is my favorite, easiest thing ever. Just add some rub and buff to accentuate some pieces with gold or silver. And that one sold for $12.50 at half off. This bird cage sold for $12.60, and I believe that was to one of my most favorites people that works in the booth. She grabbed it when I was there one day. This egg tray sold for $15. Egg trays always sell. You could probably get egg trays easier than eggs these days, sadly. Okay, these two mercury glass pieces, these sold on the last day of the year, and the whole time I was crossing my fingers, wishing that I had went in and got them so they weren't included in the sale, but they sold for $15 each, and I think I got them for around $10 or $11, so someone got a great deal there. Some glassware sold for $17, and so our store does auctions kind of separately, and as you know, as I've talked about, I get like a ton of stuff from my aunt's estate, and glassware just does not sell anywhere for anyone ever. And so I included some of it in an auction, and it didn't sell. And the owner knew that it was still available, and someone was looking for something, and so he made a deal with them. So $17, I think it was $1 each for all the glassware. This green table I got for free, painted green, and did a little transfer on the top. It was kind of scratched up, so I was glad to see it go, but someone got it for $17.50. 4 more Christmas glasses sold for $20. Another snow globe sold for $20. This sculpture that's been in my booth forever, this creepy looking guy with the eyes staring at you, the blank stare, sold for $24, which was half off. My Spode tea kettle, I was a little sad to see it go, sold for $25. This Tierra Amber decanter set was also from my aunt, and really cool. I thought it would go faster. I had it listed on eBay and in my booth, and I finally put it in the clearance section that our store has, and it sold like the same day for $25. This vase sold for $25, and I cannot find a current picture, but I found what it originally looked like, and I thought this would sell so quickly last year at Valentine's Day, and it did not. So I upcycled it to like a stone finish, you know, when you put baking soda in paint and mix it and kind of has that finish, and it finally sold for $25. This garland, this is a funny story. So when we first moved into our house, I don't even know if I have a picture of it. This has been on our front door every Christmas for the last 12 years, and it's kind of nasty, so we're going to replace it. And I said, why don't I put it in my booth and, you know, just to decorate. And somebody wanted it, and so I sold it to them for $30. So that was kind of fun. My brass bird that I had listed for $45, and it sold for $31.50. Glad somebody got that. This card table, which I totally forgot I had, it was in my garage, and I painted it up and did the IOD paint transfer, I think it's called, sold for $45. And the last biggest item was this Federal mirror that I found for $10 at a yard sale, and it sold for $80.50. So that's my December. For January, one thing I'm working on is using an inventory system. I'm testing a tool called Sandpiper HQ, which if your store uses a tool called Quill, it's actually built by Quill. Mine doesn't, but this is only $6 a month after the 30-day trial. So that's something that I can handle in my budget. And it's a very simple way to update. If you have your inventory in a Google Doc, you can upload it pretty easily. I'm putting in everything in individually. And what I love about it is it's got a really cool dashboard that you can see how many items you've sold, how much unsold inventory you have, all those great things. Yeah, so like I said, I'm testing it. Hopefully I'll let you know, not after January, after February will be my first full month, my first actual month using, because I'm still putting everything in, which is just so fun. Other than that, I hope you will like this video. If you are a vintage booth owner and this helps you at all, and comment below, let me know how your sales were for December, and yeah, consider subscribing because it helps me so much. And if you want daily updates and join our very fun private group, it's $5 a month, cancel anytime. Go to patreon.com/vintageboothpro, and thanks so much for watching.